Good morning. This is starting day 6. Actually, day 6 starts at like 11. Starting day 6 of the 100-mile wilderness, and elaborate a little more on last night. I got caught in a torrential downpour about a mile and a quarter from the shelter that I'm at. Had to scramble up a rock slide. It's pretty difficult. I did it in the rain, but thankful to come to this shelter. 3 other people here sitting out the rain as well. They were very helpful and got a good night's rest. A little slower going this morning, trying to dry some things out. But weather today and tomorrow looks good to be able to finish everything up. So onward and upward. This is the very top of the second Chairback mountain. Something that you may not know about me is I really like coffee, like a lot. And a couple years ago, when I went to the doctor and had to make some changes, at that point I was drinking a gallon of fixed coffee a day. So now I try to limit my coffee to 2 cups a day, but most of the time that ends up being 3 cups a day. I don't like necessarily fancy coffees. I don't mind a Dunkin' Donuts coffee. Probably really like Tim Hortons coffee. But yeah, coffee. It's a thing. Total ascents and descents on the trail can be deceiving. I looked at where I was at, and the next water source, probably about a quarter mile away, said I was 200 feet different, meaning that I needed to descend 200 feet in a quarter mile. I thought, that's not that big of a deal. But the problem is a lot of times you have to ascend in order to descend, and that's not added on the total difference. So where I had to go down 200 feet, I've also had to climb, like right here, I have to climb up another 50, 60, 70 feet before I can actually descend to the water source. Shaving or brushing my teeth is something that gives me a sense of normal on the trail. There, I just shaved and I loaded up. I have about 2.3 liters of water, and I filtered it out of this little stream, but getting some kind of mixed reviews on what the next good available water source is. It's more water than I want to carry. On top of that, I do have a Mountain Dew and half of a little Gatorade, so I should be set to go for a while. I had to get out of the wind to be able to tell you those are all mountains that I've already hiked, except for the one on the far left when I was panning around. That is the 4th of the Chairback Mountains. So 3 Chairback Mountains done for the day. I have Chairback number 4, and then one more mountain called Barren Mountain, and then I'll be out of the 100-mile wilderness. This is a big rock ledge that I just came down, and some people do not use hiking or trekking poles, and that's fine. For me, I find on the descents, the trekking poles are really an advantage. If you don't use trekking poles and you just simply, grapple up with your hands, you do have to remember that you're carrying a lot of extra weight on your back, and that changes your center of gravity. You can get in a dangerous situation if you forget that. This is Chairback Mountain number 4, the last Chairback for today. Having hiked all 4 Chairback Mountains today, there's a couple things that I want to say. I'm so afraid. Seriously, if you're going to hike the Chairback Mountains, just know they're no joke. And sometimes you think, well, I've already been through the White Mountains. Chairbacks are no big deal. They are just as tough. They were as tough on me as the day that I did the Kinsman Mountains. So just be aware of that. I'm on my way to the last mountain called Barren Mountain. And this kind of opened up into a meadow. It's still on an angle, but just allows you to see kind of the goal of the 100-mile wilderness is to have an area that has large timber that's not logged or disturbed, kind of in its natural state. That does have some negatives to it. In some areas there's large trees that are fallen down that probably could have been harvested, but there's a lot of beautiful areas like this that just have natural forest lands that are just great to walk through and see. I made it to the top of Barren Mountain, and now it's all downhill from here. So excited. It's about 10 minutes after 4, so the main thing is to get off the mountain and then find somewhere to pitch the tent. Well, this is a great spot to close out my video for today. This is the last view that they're going to give us of the 100-mile wilderness. It really is one of the most picturesque spots that I've seen, and that's the mountain that I just topped. There's a tower on top of it. About 1.5 miles ago I just topped over that, and it's been a great day today, a tough day, but 2 hikers that I met on top of Barren Mountain, the one with the tower on it, told me that things will start to flatten out now, and now really the finish line is in sight. I'm pretty excited, and I really appreciate you following along. Thank you for your comments. Thank you for following along. If you haven't subscribed yet, hit that subscribe button, and we'll see you on the next video.